remember all that stuff I said about The Suite Life of Zack and Cody having mostly solid writing and staying on the rails? Yeah, Suite Life on Deck wasn't like that. Premiering not long after Suite Life of Zack and Cody's cancellation in 2008 and continuing until 2011, The Suite Life on Deck once again follows Zack and Cody as they are now attending school on the cruise ship the SS Tipton. Mr. Mosby is now manager of the ship and London is joining them, but Maddie and their mother Carrie have been replaced by Bailey, a southern farm girl, and Woody, a disgusting slacker. But Woody isn't in this episode, so I guess that doesn't matter. Oh, and they also had Marcus Little, a washed-up child singer, for like half a season. This show started out like the original, just following them through shenanigans on the boat, and they never really stopped. In fact, once again, the show did grow with the audience, with them worrying more about teenage things. And that's ultimately why I still enjoyed it. They even graduated high school just a couple of months before I did, so it's like I kinda grew up with them. But man, they had some weird shit starting around the second season. There was a spy plot, one episode where Bailey was possessed by a spirit, and of course the movie that involved mad scientists, mind control, and ghosts, I think. I don't really dislike these, but they were just weird. But there was one episode that really put me over the edge and made me wonder, what the hell happened to this show? And it is the season 2 episode, Starship Tipton. Let's dive in. So we start out on the SS Tipton.
Yeah, so then I snuck into the pump room and turbocharged the wave pool.
Someone could have drowned. No, but Marcus's head did get rammed through a boogie board. Mosby comes by, but he seems to have something wrong with his voice.
Zachary Martin!
Yeah, I think that Mosby figured it out too.
Well, that's just silly. The second Mosby has come to destroy Zack, and it turns out he's actually a robot. You know, for seeing robot clones, these guys are surprisingly nonchalant about the whole thing. I guess that's just where we are at this point. Robot clones are something that's just a little out of the ordinary. Zack pantses the robot and finds its batteries on its butt because butts are funny. They reactivate it but take out its guidance chip.
I am from 500 years in the future, sent by the crew of the Starship Tipton. Zack's descendant, Zerk, has pulled a prank that has put all of mankind in danger. Zerk's prank disabled our spacecraft's controls, and now we're hurtling toward Antirian space, the most horrible place in the universe. I cannot leave until I annihilate you, so that Zerk will never be born and his prank will never happen.
Yep, that's where we are now. What started as just two kids getting into wacky hijinks at a hotel, now we got robot clones from the future here to save the world. Why didn't you just go back like one generation and kill Zack's descendant's mom, like the Terminator? That movie you're obviously homaging.
Look, I agree that annihilating Zack will solve many problems. But there has to be another solution.
Well, I got nothing. Nice knowing you, Zack.
You know, sometimes I wonder, why are these people friends? Bailey says that Cody might be able to fix the ship's computer, and so Robo Mosby agrees to take them to the future, but first he needs his tracking chip. Perfect family entertainment. So the time machine is the hot tub. Okay. And after homaging Star Trek, they get to the future of the Starship Tipton.
Welcome to the Starship Tipton.
How exciting.
Wow, this looks a lot like our ship. That is because the design of all Tipton vessels was inspired by the SS Tipton.
I mean, we could have been really creative, but then we couldn't have been lazy. They get dressed in yet another homage to Star Trek, but Marcus isn't happy about being a red shirt. Well, that guy's dead. Also, what the hell kind of design is that? And if you're wondering what happened to Zack's descendant that caused this whole mess,
We set him adrift in the cold darkness of space where no one can hear him scream.
Stupid meteorites!
this whole thing feels like a Friedberg Seltzer movie. Just a bunch of references with dumb juvenile humor. Real Mosby takes the place of Robo Mosby as the ship's head robot wonders about his mission.
Was your mission a success?
Yes. Mission accomplished. Target neutralized.
Why has the timeline not changed?
Because if he succeeded, then there would be no reason for him to go back, but then Zack would live, so there would be reason for him to go back, but then there wouldn't be a reason for him to go back, and there would be, the time travel's bullshit.
The encounter could create a time paradox.
I'm going to take you in for some diagnostics.
Oh, I'm too young to die. Agnostics.
Oh, fuck off. So after Mosby is tortured for a bit, London meets her great-great-great-great-great-grandson, Rome Tipton. Played by George Takei. So we have George Takei, who is on Star Trek in an episode that is parodying Star Trek. Wait, Takei played Ronald on Cory in the House, and we know these take place in the same universe. So did his grandson in London end up getting married? Cody tries fixing the ship, but Zack keeps messing around. What was the point in bringing any of them back besides Cody? The captain leaves for the bathroom, and Marcus sits in the chair just as the enemy, a species called the Antareans, leader calls in. After some dumb jokes that kill any sense of mood or tension this episode could have had, we see Zack once again fucks up.
You doubled our speed towards Antarian space. You put the entire human race that much closer to total annihilation.
Don't care. This episode has not done enough to make me care. Everyone heads to the escape pods, which makes me wonder why they don't just all get off the ship and then blow it up before it reaches Antarian territory. But instead, Bailey tries to negotiate with the Antarian leader.
Hail the enemy.
What now? I was taking my pre-annihilation shower.
Please, you can't destroy all of mankind.
Of course I can. I have this button.
So what, is every human being still on Earth except for the crew of this ship? Bailey mentions music, but then we abruptly cut back to Mosby. Why doesn't he just tell her he's not a robot? I mean, by this point, what difference does it make? Can we just get one legit funny joke?
Cody's log. Galactic time 43.98 chronons. In 2 Earth minutes, we will cross into Antarian space. Luckily, I have extensive knowledge of both astrophysics and space telemetry. Zack's log. Hurry up, dipstick, we're down to 1 minute.
Alright, that was good.
Did I do it?
No, but you did turn on the left turn signal.
And that was bad. Back with Bailey and Marcus, they're trying to sing the leader into forgiveness. This episode is edited very badly. Scenes end too soon because we have to have like 4 or 5 subplots. The Antarians attack the ship, causing further damage to the controls.
Oh my. How many times do I have to go through this?
What? But... oh, forget it. Due to the attack, Mosby is freed.
Stay back! I'm armed!
No, I'm not a robot. This is just protective gear.
There's so much stupid in this, I can't even fathom it. After some more dumb jokes between Bailey and the Antarian leader, they say they are going to attack.
Surrender, human filth.
Alright, I could be pissed at how anticlimactic this twist is, but... didn't you say you have a button that could destroy the entire human race? Zack also accidentally fixes the ship. Feels weird the hero moment comes after the point where they realize they had nothing to fear, but whatever.
Is there any chance you can come back with me?
I'd love to, but I can't risk the great asteroid Armageddon of 2018.
Wait, what? So after George Takei suffers a violently painful death, they all go back to the past. I mean the present. Well, now it's the past because it's like 2010, but fuck it.
Lucky I don't need oxygen! Oh, I can see how this house.
And then we beam back from the future, having defeated the aliens and saved the entire human race.
Is all of this just a long-winded way for you to tell me you didn't do your homework?
Yeah, pretty much.
What kind of cheap-ass bullshit is that? You know what? Just go for it. Just make it all real. At this point, what harm would it do? Well, I guess that solves all those stupid little nitpicky problems I had about the story and world not making sense. But it does have one really big problem. You see, if Zack was the one telling the story, then then it should have been completely different. Zack is an egotistical maniac. Why would he betray himself as the one who causes all the problems? If this actually was a story from him, then everyone would have either been worshipping him or been completely out of character. Why is Cody so awesome in this story, enough that he won several Nobel Peace Prizes? But again, all those little problems I had are technically explained because it was being told by a stupid person. So they made us sit through this purposely stupid story that they knew was stupid and just tried to wave it off with a last-minute twist. That to me is more insulting than being stupid on accident. At least Mr. Wrong didn't have it all be a dream, even though that would have excused a lot of its problems. No, they said this is the story we came up with and we're sticking to it.
Or one day, your descendants might really be set adrift in the cosmos.
So was it real or not?
Nice. Ow, how do I get back into space? Stupid gravity.
This episode is just... It's just...
Dum 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 be dooby dum 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 dum.
Yeah. Here's how you fix it. Start out with Zack telling Tutwiler the story, thus we know this isn't meant to be taken seriously, then have the characters act more out of character, that way it seems more like a story Zack would come up with. And third, and this is most important, make it funny! This is one of the dumbest Disney sitcom episodes I've ever seen. And while there still were plenty of good episodes in season 3, this to me is the defining moment where Sweet Life jumped the shark. Alright, I think we need to go back down to Earth, so join me next week when we go back to the Duncan family as they try to ruin one of the best characters on Disney Channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.